Number 20. The total cost in hundreds of dollars to produce X units of perfume is given by C of X equals 8X minus 9 divided by 5X plus 2. We are to find the average cost function, the marginal average cost function, and then find both average cost and marginal cost for a production level of 5 units, and then interpret. So our cost function is 8x minus 9 over 5x plus 2. Now remember that the average cost function is denoted by a bar over the C. So C bar of x is C of x divided by X units. For example, if it cost you $100 to make 10 units, that would be an average of $10 per unit. So we've got to divide it by X. So our C bar of X is 8X minus 9 divided by, and all we have to do is put an X in that denominator, X times 5X plus 2. And at this point, you've practiced the product rule enough. I think I'll just go ahead and multiply 5x squared plus 2x out in my denominator. Okay. Now, they ask for the marginal average cost. Marginal average cost. Marginal means change, so they want to know the derivative of the average cost function. So that's C bar prime of X. So take it slowly. Quotient rule. Denominator, derivative of the numerator, minus numerator, derivative of the denominator, over the denominator squared. So my denominator is 5x squared plus 2x. The derivative of the numerator is 8 minus the numerator, 8x minus 9. And all of that is over 5x squared plus 2x quantity squared. So now I have to distribute this 8 and fold these two binomials. So 40x squared plus 16x minus, and I'm going to fold this first and then I'll minus it. So 80x squared plus 16x minus 90x minus 18, and all of that is still over my denominator squared, 5x squared plus 2x quantity squared. So now I'm going to change all the signs. I could combine like terms, but I see something that's going to happen, so I'm not going to. You'll see in just a second. So minus 80x squared minus 16x plus 90x plus 18, because this minus sign here changes all the signs. So the 80 was positive, it's now minus. The 16 was positive, it's now minus. The 90 was negative, it's now positive. And the 18 was negative, it's now positive. So all of that is still over 5x squared plus 2x quantity squared. Now, the thing that I saw was that this 16x and this negative 16x will cancel out. So combining like terms, I get negative 40x squared. That's 40x squared minus 80x squared. And then I have a 90x and a plus 18, and they're no like terms, so that's it. And all of that is over 5x squared plus 2x quantity squared. Now that's the formula for the marginal average cost. So we've got the average cost formula here, and we've got the marginal average cost formula here. And the thing I want you to remember is this is in hundreds of dollars, which is why I highlighted that. So whatever we get for our answers, we have to multiply by 100. Okay? So now we're going to find the average cost for 5 units and the marginal average cost for 5 units, remembering to multiply by 100. So now we'll find these both at 5. So the average cost at 5 units is 8 times 5 minus 9 over 5 times 5 squared plus 2 times 5. So that's 40 minus 9 over 5 times 25 plus 10. So that's 31 over 125 plus 10 is 31 over 135. And we need that in dollars and cents. And remember, I'm going to have to multiply by 100. So 31 divided by 135 is 0.22962963. Okay. Now, multiplying that by 100 is going to move my decimal 2 places. So this actual answer is $22.96. Now we need to repeat that for the marginal average cost. So C bar prime of 5 is negative 40 times 5 squared plus 90 times 5 plus 18, and that's divided by 5 times 5 squared plus 2 times 5 all squared. Negative 40 times 25 plus 450 plus 18. All of that is over 5 times 25 plus 10 squared. And that's negative 1,000 plus 450 plus 18 over 135 squared this time. So negative 1,000 plus 450 plus 18 is negative 532 divided by 135 to the second power is 18,225. And remember, I'm going to have to multiply it by 100. It's negative 532 divided by 18225 is negative 0.0291900672 multiplied by 100, and that's going to move this decimal 2 places. So minus 2.90, and look, that 9 goes up to 2. So this is the marginal average cost. We're going to have to interpret this in the context of the problem. So here's our interpretation. When 5 units are produced, the average cost is $22.96 per unit, and the average cost is decreasing at a rate of about $2.92. Now, this decreasing is your negative, so you don't write a double negative. So the marginal average cost tells you how the average cost is changing. So it's $22.96 per unit at a production level of 5. but because of the negative, it's decreasing at a rate of about $2.92 per unit.